Guys, the SLY GUY Podcast is going live. That's right, in January 2024, on the 19th of course, January, in the Strand Arts Centre, we're doing the podcast and we're doing it live. And what a lineup we have. We've got me, because it's my podcast, and my guests on the night are none other than Andrew Ryan, aka A-Rye, aka Mr. Q Mornings, and Shane Todd, aka the Man Boy Cheeky, aka Mr. Long Fingers. And what we know is it's going to be a lot of fun. There's only a couple of tickets left for it. It's selling really quickly. So if you want to be there on the night to witness the fun, the banter, the phone calls, the silliness, just to be in the room, it may or may not go out. It'll definitely be on the Patreon if people want to check it out, but it'll not be public. So if you want to be part of it, you want to be in the room to see the magic, 19th of January, Strand Arts Centre. Tickets available via the link in the video. Get on it and be quick. The SLY GUY Podcast is on Patreon. You should know by now. You should be on the Patreon. If you listen every week, you should be on the Patreon. There's bonus content there. There's a lot of new stuff coming for 2024. We're working pretty hard over the next couple of weeks to increase the content to start the year as we mean to go on. So head on over before it happens to www.patreon.com/SLY GUY Podcast to see what's happening. There may or may not be some merch coming. There's a lot of changes. It's going to be a really fun time. And everything happens first on Patreon. You get to ask questions for the regular podcast. You get early release access to the podcast. You get early release ticket sales to events. You're mad not to be on it. Patreon.com/SLY GUY Podcast. It's a new year, but it's the same sponsor. Modest Beer and the SLY GUY Podcast are like this. Two penises in a pod, as the old saying goes. And if you want to know more about Modest, don't just listen to me. I can tell you about how great Modest are, what delicious beers they do, what a great varied selection of beers they have, what great merch they have. I can tell you this till the cows come home, but I know you want to see it. I know you want to fantasize it. I know you want to feel it. So head to their website, www.modestbeer.co.uk, and check out their entire line right now. And for what's more, if you want 15% off the checkout, use the code SLYPA15 at the checkout. That's SLY, PA, and the number 15 at checkout. Get 15% off. Tell them Davey sent you. Aloha.
I'm the SLY GUY.
Hello. Happy New Year. Welcome to the SLY GUY Podcast. Guys, it's been a hot minute. I don't know really what that means, but I know the kids say it a lot these days. I see it online. It's been a hot minute. It's been a minute. It's been a while. But yeah, I've not been a wild camper. I'll be honest with you. We've had no podcast for the last 2 weeks because this guy got struck down with something that, let's not be dramatic about it, made me feel like I may or may not die. So it was not a good time. If anyone was at the Strand show on the 15th of December, that was kind of my last healthy, well, no, not, I was dying. It was my last kind of public outing before I got really struck down with the sickness. And I don't mean like, like disturbed, proper banter, like sickness. No, I was properly ill. I was going to die. I thought of COVID. I did so many tests, all negative. So the only natural conclusion I could come to was the flu. I had aches all over my body. I was sweating. I could barely breathe. My head was sore constantly. I spent, so the 15th was a Friday, but the 16th and 17th and 18th in bed, stricken. Thought I was going to have to pull out of doing the Stars in Our Eyes event at the Limelight, but somehow I was okay enough to do that. Then after that, I died again for several days. But the good news is I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling over it. I can breathe once more. My body just doesn't hurt by just being awake. I'm not waking up all through the night coughing. I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling positive. And I'm excited about a new year coming in. And you know what? I appreciate everybody reaching out. All the people on Patreon sending me messages saying, are you okay, Dave? Because I've been a bit quiet on social media too. I'll be honest, I've been a little bit... because whenever I'm not well, I like to just, keep my head down, get better, get out the other end. Then Christmas and everything, I thought, you know what, we try and put a podcast out, try and put an old episode out. I just wasn't up to it. But you know what? I'm better now. And I'm coming into 2024 with a real desire to just turn it up. Just to turn it up and turn it on. So I hope you are feeling as excited as I am. But again, it's back to business as usual on the SLY GUY Podcast, and I'm going to try my best not to get sick this year. That's my big resolution, is not to get sick, because that makes me sound like some sort of infirm little freak from the Victorian days. I will endeavour not to get ill this year, madam. But I'm going to be better. I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to look after myself more. I'm going to eat better, take more vitamins, and pump more. That's my plan. So to avoid getting sick, not for vanity, not to just get jacked. Obviously, give me a couple of months and I'll be like I'll be sucking dick for Trembling somewhere, you know, trying to get big and massive. But for the meantime, I just want to keep my wee lungs healthy. I want to not have the flu. I want to just not feel shit all the time. And that's my plans for 2024. So it's a new year. I'm coming into a positive. I'm excited. We've got a great episode for you today. We've got fan favourite, the Buttman, coming back on the pod this week to just talk all things 2023. Do a wee bit of a recap of the year. Talk about the stuff that's going on in the news. Talk about the stuff that we're leaving in the rearview mirror. That's me just doing a wee bit of acting there, checking the mirrors and heading on by. And we're looking forward to 2024. We're doing, of course, it wouldn't be the SLY Guy podcast New Year's episode without the celebrity death pool 2024. We predict who we think is going to die this year. We've got a couple. I don't think over the last couple of years we've been, you know, I think we've got one or two every year. So there's a lot of pressure on us this year to get it again. It's just going to be fun. It's going to be silly. It's hopefully in some parts going to, you know, I want to say be motivating, because that's the thing about the new year. A lot of people set goals, set targets, set themselves up to fail, but we're just looking to inspire people, guys. We're just looking to have a silly, fun time and talk about stuff. Because people ask me, how did you get on with your New Year's resolutions last year? I had 12 sort of goals. I achieved 2. So the answer is not great. But you can either look at that and go, that's shit, or you can go, sure, it's another 10 to do this year, isn't it? And that's the way I'm looking at it now. Positive Davy. It's 2024. We're coming in hot like a big potato. So guys, thanks for bearing with me while I was on my deathbed. But like Lazarus himself from the Bible, I'm back. And I'm here. And I'm coming in for 2024 with my man, the Buttman. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Welcome back, Butler. It's a new year, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.
My leg's itchy.
For me.
I have a wee itchy leg here. I'm just going to itch it. I know this is riveting podcast content for people
like
listening right now.
This is the people need in 2024, the year of the itchy
do you
leg.
just get a wee itch and you're like, fucking
hell. Normally I get underneath my foreskin and it's really hard to get to.
Well, let's unravel that for a wee minute, will we?
Yeah.
When you say you get in, so I'm just trying to think. Is it something that like happens often or?
Nah, just it's the last place at an itch that was doing my head in.
You don't want an itch on your foreskin.
Sometimes like I get a shin itch.
Usually herpes.
Yeah, man, but you have to be doing stuff to get herpes.
That's true.
You know, you have to.
You can't contract herpes from not doing anything.
But sometimes it's just
contact herpes from toilet seats. That's what you got. You love sitting on undisclosed.
But
maybe you're talking Shane's all about letting your dick hit the toilet.
I don't sit.
You've got herpes from it.
No, because you get it from a toilet seat, and I don't use toilet seat, so it's okay. But I don't know. People are fucking weird. Like, you know what? I'm not taking that from Shane slabbering me about sitting on toilet seats from the man who licks raw chicken.
I know.
You know what he can do? Fuck way off.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, how dare he?
You know what? He's a man who I don't trust with anything. He's a guy who, see if he's any
advice.
That's
a very Donald Trump sentence.
Yeah, he's a man who I don't trust.
I don't trust with anything trust.
No, but you know the thing about him is, if ever there was a thing in life and he's like, oh, here's a life hack for you.
Never
if he's offering you a life hack, I'm gonna go, you're all right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna avoid that life hack. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, his life hacks are a wee bit weird.
Yeah, he is strange. He's an odd man. Salmonella king, as I call him. Oh, and now after talking about having an itchy foreskin, I have an itchy nose.
You have an itchy nose?
I'm going to have a fight. That's not what they say.
That is what they mean. Imagine this podcast end with me and you full blown getting the head of each other.
But you know, man, the two guys that don't want to do the boxing just fucking smacking the head. Like, why is that? Yeah. I hate seeing when grannies say stuff. I just wish I could fucking knock them.
You want to punch your granny?
No, but you know why granny's like, oh, you've an itchy nose, you're going to fight with somebody? I'm like, you for interfering in my business.
Yeah.
You know another thing a granny would always fucking say to you? She goes, well, if it's not for what's for you won't pass you by.
That's the worst one.
You're like, well, what does that mean? What happens to you happens to you. Fuck, die.
Yeah.
Just die, would you, granny?
I mean, they will.
Yeah. Oh,
they
actually, but yeah, will. You know why? Here's the spell, the fact. I'm not going to have a fight with anybody.
Okay.
shaved my beard off. You shaved your beard off. We somehow forced it back within
We committed.
a week.
We committed to our roles in Stars in Their
Yes.
Eyes. We didn't
Yes.
fucking mess about.
You know, but was it Stars in Your Eyes or was it a popularity contest? Doesn't matter. Now, you know, in Stars in Your Eyes, should you try and look like the person you're going to be? Probably. But anyway, we're not getting into that.
We joked that Kieran looked like Stinky Pete from Toy Story, which, as you probably know, he loved that.
Yeah. But I have an itchy nose because I use my wee nose hair trimmer to trim my nose hairs.
I haven't did that in a wee while.
Yeah, and it's just, and then again, here's the thing where I could have done with a bit of help from, I don't know, fucking a nurse, maybe, who I'm fucking married to, but she was like, you shouldn't be you need some of the nasal hairs to like filter germs,
I've heard of
especially when you
that.
have a cold. And she was like, why is it so far up your nose? I'm like, because I'm trying to get rid of all the hair. So mine was like right up there.
Yeah.
I just trimming all the hairs up into my sinuses and all.
You're fucking pushing Veet up into just
I know,
burning the
like
inside
Veet,
out.
and then I do my hole first. So then you do your hole with Veet, and then you shove it up your nose. So you're probably shoving shite particles
You Veet your hole,
up your nose. No, but I need to.
but you should.
I should. I actually
Here, 2024, let's do it.
could
Patreon special.
Could we do that actually on Patreon? Could you, if I spread my cheeks, could you manscape it for me?
Here's I would do it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I would do it because it'd be a laugh. But would people be disgusted by it? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but you just blur it out, mate.
Oh, we'll
pretend
blur it
it's
out.
like
We're not showing. We're
Yeah.
not showing anything explicit.
Pretend it's Japanese porn. Just pixelate it.
Oh,
you know.
well, that ruins Japanese porn for me now.
Yeah.
And you know how much I love that.
I know you are a big fan
You know
of
me.
Japanese porn. Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
Nothing you love more than wanking over a dude that looks like it's a Tetris screen. You know, that's right. Whoa. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Super Nintendo 8-bit graphics.
Yeah.
giving
And then when
a
you
full
come, you
fucking-
come like a Japanese man. Yeah, it's a big no. Hey, listen, it's 2024. Start as you need
Here.
to go on.
Yeah. We may as well start the year getting cancelled.
yeah.
I love this jacket you're rocking, by the way. It's a very,
Thank you.
very me jacket.
You know what? It's an Ian Wright jacket. He designed it for. It's an Arsenal jacket, but Ian Wright designed it. So you got the 8 for Ian Wright there, and there's a bit down here that just says "I love the lads,"
So it does.
which I mean I enjoy because I never knew Ian Wright was a gay dude, but I respect it.
I remember watching an interview with Ian Wright on one of these shows. It may have been like a Soccer AM type show, but maybe it was a wee bit more late night, wee bit more explicit. And
There's Japanese porno.
fuck, that's a lot of pixels. But he was talking about going through a barren patch in his life, and I don't know why he felt the need to mention it. They weren't even really talking about it. He just if you don't know, a barren patch is whenever you go for a while without sex.
See,
and he
'cause-
talked about going for like a year and a half without any. He just said he was going through a real dry spell.
Whoa.
But he called it the barren patch.
But the barren patch, I would have assumed.
I thought the barren patch was the wee thing on top of your head.
Yeah. I would have thought if he was going through a barren patch, it would have been in front of goal, not like in front of hole.
No.
Like, that's a strange.
Both. He couldn't get the hole and the goal and the hole in the goal.
That's probably what's put them off. He's one-on-one with the keeper, and instead of seeing like
He's just
the
looking at his
net,
arse.
it's just a vanny.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, and then he just blurts the ball over the top. Just
Yeah.
hits the clip and away past and all. Oh. David Seaman blocking the way. He's he's
there's the
actually a
guy,
spunk.
yeah.
You know, it'd be terrible.
I forgot to give you a Christmas present this year. I have it with me.
No, but you have been too generous.
No, but look, there's just one more thing. There's
Right,
one more
okay.
thing.
I mean, I'm not going to take it. Let's
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fair.
And look, I kept it in the Amazon packaging just because I'm lazy.
Okay,
But that's
well-
fine. But have a little look. Oh, yeah. Show the people what you got. Now,
Oh wow.
Now, I know that last year you made a real commitment to reading more.
Yes.
And so I just thought, let's continue that commitment, and this could be
Well,
one of your books of the year.
Because I initially thought it was a DVD, and a bit of me was like, "Oh no, I have that."
Oh,
but
no.
It's the book of Behind the Candelabra, which is now, of course, a major motion picture starring Michael Good morning, and Matt Damon, Scott Thorson, a poor boy from a succession of
They
foster
make it
homes.
sound so
Yeah.
inspirational. He was just getting rid by a fucking wee queen.
I mean,
Scott Thorson was just a boy until he met Liberace. Down.
and then he became a fuck boy.
Scott Thorson.
Scott Thorson, a poor boy. Let's do the movie voice. Scott Thorson, a poor boy from a succession of foster homes, met Liberace when he was just 16. I mean, make Liberace sound less of a perv. Age 57. That's problematic. Took Scott under his wing
Oh, bet he
as
did.
the son he never had.
That's how he
Now,
names the next dick.
the son he never had. By the time Scott was 17, he was also Liberace's lover. Liberace lived life by his credo. Too much
Fuck
of a
young lads and get lit.
too much of a good thing is
Wonderful.
correct. And Scott shared in it the fur coats, the Rolls Royces, the jewellery, the celebrity friends. Sounds like Paddy McDonald. The 26 lap dogs. I don't know whether they're actual puppies or gay young men. Like either way, a more opulent lifestyle's hard to imagine, but it came at a price. Liberace took Scott's eyebrows. No, Liberace sent Scott to his plastic surgeon to have his face remodeled in Liberace's own image. By turns bizarre, shocking and touchingly intimate, behind the candelabra is a compulsive insight into Liberace, the man behind the flamboyant performer whose successes provide a bright counterpoint to a darker tale of a man hungry for power, a man given to every excess.
Wow.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
57 and 16 is predatory.
That's
isn't it?
41 years age
Like,
difference.
because he's so cum, people are like, what's he like? Imagine that was Liam Neeson going out with like a CBeebies kid or something. There'd be a problem with it, wouldn't there? That's
Yeah.
a Chris D'Elia, isn't it? They're like, oh, he's a problem.
Yeah.
This guy, Paul.
Yeah, like, you know, it was the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Different time back then.
True, Michael Jackson was doing all that shit as well, wasn't he?
Oh, look, I can't comment on that at all. The courts are still
Would
talking
you
about
like to have been one of his kids? Like, just to hang out with him?
it. Jacko?
Like, do you reckon it was just banter? And he was just going around like,
He was just doing a bit.
yeah. He was just having the kids round to just ride his way merry-go-round. or
Merry-go-round,
whatever.
yeah. By the way, I started looking through this book at the back.
Yeah.
Blank page.
What?
I thought there
Oh, right.
eventually gets and there was just
What? There's
loads
so
of
many
blank,
blank
pages
pages.
at the back, yeah.
But yeah, that was
But you can make it's for you to make notes.
Yeah.
It's for you to highlight your
Oh,
best
right,
bits.
okay.
It's for you to sort of
Annotate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like treat it like it's a GCSE. Imagine this was on the GCSE
Curriculum.
syllabus. You know, there you go. You have to do behind the candelabra. No more like, forget about Dickens' Hard Times. It's a different kind of Dickens you'll be reading about. It's behind the candelabra.
Dickens Harder Times.
Yeah.
So that the movie is based on this book then.
Yes.
Wow.
The outrageous true story of life with Liberace. I mean, there is. We obviously enjoy Liberace. He's classic. But yeah, that
Like you
whole-
gotta separate the man from the artist, don't you?
Yeah, true. But if Liberace was alive today and hadn't died of, would he be in jail? Do you think? Like, would people come out and be like, "Here, I was 12, and Liberace made me have surgery to look like him." Who, to be fair, Liberace looks like a 60-year-old woman.
What age would Liberace be now if he was still alive? Could he still be alive? Is
I mean,
it possible?
anyone could be alive.
I mean, I
think.
know Elvis could still be alive because Elvis would be in his 80s if he was still alive at the minute, which is a bit scary to think, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, but do you think it's a good thing that and you said Hitler there? I didn't mean that at all.
well, it is a good
Elvis.
thing that Hitler died, yeah.
But do you feel
allegedly,
like Elvis is one of those ones? Because like, if you think people are still like, everyone slappers at Paul McCartney now when he comes out, they're like, "Fuck,
or
there he
Mick
is."
Jagger,
Oh, look at the state, the hack of him and all.
yeah,
And then whereas when they're dead, they're like they were in their prime.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Although Elvis kind of died a
I
wee
mean,
bit out of prime.
yeah, Liberace could be alive. He'd have been 105, but he could still be alive. Like,
Yeah, the chances of Liberace still being alive today are very slim.
he died when he
unfortunately.
was 67.
of the AIDS.
I mean, let's see what his illness was. Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm going to say? You're going to get AIDS if you're having lots of unprotected sex with lots of people.
In the 80s.
Like,
In the 80s, yeah.
I kind of feel like AIDS was a wee bit of a mug-off job in the 80s, wasn't it? It got a few people.
It definitely did a number on some
Yeah.
boys, like, you know. These days, it's they've got that PrEP drug, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, you take that.
You know what I would do? I would have ditched Wadziu as his first name. Like, you know, he just went with
Oh.
Liberace, but I would have kept his middle name, Valentino.
Oh, I forgot that he had
Yeah,
a few
Valentino
other wee names.
Liberace.
Valentino's a great name.
Valentino Liberace does sound like a porn star.
Yeah.
And do you know where he was born? Do you know where Vladziu Valentino Liberace was born?
Nope.
Wisconsin.
That's
There you go.
too exotic a name to be from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
isn't it? Hey, I mean, fair play to him because he was still bucking into the 60s.
Yeah.
That's a feat in itself. You're also saying if Liberace was alive today, would he be in jail? He would be, and his name would be R. Kelly. Because that is
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, R. Kelly is essentially the Liberace of the R&B generation.
You know who's another guy who's a wee bit like similar to Liberace in some respects from Wisconsin? Jeffrey Dahmer. Who, by the way, R.I.P. Lionel Dahmer died last week.
Big Lionel. Had a rough one, Lionel, didn't he?
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, he didn't.
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't get Ed.
No, true, but I was watching an interview with him just recently, and
did he do a recent one, or was this one that was it an archive one?
No, it was archive, but it wasn't archive. Like,
archive 90s, archive
it was
early
like archive
2000s.
noughties, yeah.
Okay.
But
and what's our boy Lionel dropping?
He was dropping guilt, really. He was like, you know, he's like, I couldn't.
Well,
really,
his son didn't.
He's like, no. He's like, I couldn't really done a while lot with him because I didn't really know. But he said, my only regret is not opening the box.
That was
why
Jeffrey's
yeah
non-regret.
If he had opened the box,
he would have seen the head.
He'd have seen the head, and then he would have been able to probably have saved lives by, you know. But
did he ever go into why he didn't open the box? I know Jeffrey probably talked him out of it.
Because Jeffrey was like, it's just porn. I'll show you tomorrow, Dad, when you're calmed down a bit.
Or maybe he was afraid that his son had like gay porn. He didn't want to, like, he was maybe a wee bit ignorant or
yeah. I mean, you know what I would rather as a parent find in a box? I'd rather find like books of gay porn than I would have an actual severed head.
Yeah,
you call me old fashioned.
Yeah, I know you are a wee bit old school in that way.
I'd rather see pictures of guys giving head than
guys head,
like a literal head. Yeah.
Although I suppose when you're Jeffrey Dahmer's dad at that point in time, you're not exactly thinking, oh, there's no way it's going to be a severed head.
Yeah. No, because that's another thing. Like,
your mind doesn't go there.
Some of the weirdest stuff about Dahmer now, there's a lot of things you could go, is a bit off. But what I found weird is when he just cut open animals and just liked feeling their insides. Like, not really doing anything, just going, this feels pretty nice, Dad. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, his dad's kind of a wee bit there.
But you know what? In fairness to, like, because
fairness to Lionel.
I felt it would be very hard to be a parent of somebody who was as fucking mental as that.
You know, Jeffrey has a brother who changed his name.
Yeah, to Damier. He's just called Davy Damier.
He's not.
Yo, I'm Davy Damier, baby.
He's not, but no one knows where he is, who he is.
In fact, I found a photo of him yesterday. Somebody found him, and he was wearing something that was very similar to what I could see you kicking about in. He was wearing like a complete orange, like it looked like he was wearing a prison jumpsuit.
Is this recent?
Yeah, like it was like again Sly. It was the Sun went out and found him. Of course it did. David Dahmer.
What do you mean the Sun went?
The Sun newspaper. Like
okay.
we won't say where we are. But
David Dahmer. Who is Jeffrey Dahmer's brother, and where is he now?
There he is. What do you think of that, sweet look?
Is that his brother?
Yeah. Dave Dahmer.
Fuck, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
But you know what's not as weird as?
Eating people.
Cutting guy. You know, but you know what the Sly thing is that I do think, like, it is totally the wrong narrative, is that when people are like, Dahmer's racist, he's like the opposite of racist. He
loved them too much.
He was into different races way too much.
Yeah,
you know
it would have been more racist if he went just for the white guy.
Yeah, it would have. You know, but
if he seen black, he's like, no. Yeah. He's like, stinking. That would have been racist.
Yes, that would have been. But you know what's mental? Like, you think how like you get into trouble about something, and you can either like make a wee lie in the spot, or you fucking like he had like just barefaced like to go, that's my wee boyfriend, though. And the police weren't like, he's bleeding behind his head, no.
It's more just, he just lived a normal life after killing loads of people. Like, he was just walking the streets, going to McDonald's. Like, imagine just having and in the background, you have this wee hidden life where you're like, oh yeah, when I get the wee urge, I just fucking go and have a wee rampage.
Because I had a dream the other night about I was involved in killing somebody, helping somebody kill someone.
It was Shane.
And dispose of the body. No, it wasn't. But it was just someone random. But I was doing a favour for a friend.
You look like the sort of guy that would, in that jacket, you look the sort of guy that would be part of an unnamed family that I won't say, that would do some sort of business.
Yeah, and does it rhyme with Minahan?
No.
Alright, okay.
No, not that. I was thinking of another one. The rhymes with Badams.
Oh. No. I mean, no, I look more like you know who I look like if it was if they did another in the Many Saints in New York, but they made it afterwards, and his big pussy son had grown up. That's who I look like. I look like Big Blurt.
Big Blurt.
Hey, how you doing? My dad's Big Pussy Pompanero, and I am fucking Big Blurt. Big Blurt Pompanero.
You should wear more jackets like this, though.
You know what? I think I will.
I think for the new year, this should be the next.
Part of my New Year goals. Listen, we're going to get into the new year too and what's coming. But
we're both coming into it.
We are. But 2023, what a year that was. It was a fucking miserable year in the whole.
You think?
Like, in terms of life things that happened.
Really?
Like, the year was a bit shit.
For me, it wasn't.
No, personally, yes, but like news worldwide, it was a bit fucking negative.
Aye, wars were bad.
Well, they clocked off COVID. They were like, nah, fuck, who cares about that?
Yeah, it's in the bin. Ukraine's in a war now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You know what, though?
It got binned.
Ukraine's in a war. Middle East is in war. Israel, Palestine. Well, Israel versus the state that no one really recognises. But joking. Joking.
All right.
But it's fucking terrible.
What else went bad this year?
The
Titanic sub.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was disrespectful. The wee thing with all the rich guys went down in the game controller. Yeah, they.
Oh, how sly if you were the son.
Yeah.
Man, remember the wee son with his big rich dad?
Yeah.
And he didn't even want to go. He just wanted to spend time with his dad. Oh.
Yeah. But you know the good thing is you die super fast there.
So they say.
It's not going to be.
But you know what? No one was there, mate. How do we know?
Yeah, but you know what? I live my life by a motto: don't do stupid things, and that's stupid.
It is quite stupid.
Like,
I always say.
Imagine go down. What like?
I was. What are you going to see? What are you going to see that isn't already on the internet? They've already took photos of the wreckage. You can go see it.
I mean, what would be good banter would be if you went down there and Bin Laden was there as well. You'd be like, oh fuck, that is quite a surprise. I'll give them that. That startled me.
Bin Laden, Liberace, and Dahmer just all in a wee bunker together, being like, shh, they didn't really kill us. They just shipped us off to the Titanic.
Bin Laden, Dahmer. What a series of Big Brother that would be.
Oh, what a come down with me episode that would be. I mean, Dahmer's
Yeah.
week wouldn't be great.
No.
He's like, Jeffrey, why is everything burnt?
Yeah. And it'd be come down to me. It'd be come everywhere. Would you like the icing on that? That's no Jeffrey. But you know what? I again back to Dahmer. I was watching. I ended up, in a wormhole on YouTube. I watched a bit of Lionel Dahmer and then obviously Davy Damier, and then I ended up watching this psychologist guy analysing the behaviour of serial killers during interviews, and he was like, Dahmer is a bit like, I mean, this might be a bit of a spoiler. Dahmer's a bit mental, like a wee bit out there, kooky.
Yeah.
But there was with Bundy was the best because something happened with him where he was all like he was just playing a character, like I know, and then somebody did something like that. Someone dropped something made us startle, and he went from being all the. And they were like, fuck, that's the killer face there. And whereas he was like, you can sort of feel a bit sorry for Dahmer. Obviously, he did fucking horrible things. But, the fact that he's, apologised to everything and, told everybody what he did and all blah, blah. Where some people like John Wayne Gacy, the big clown killer, was like, wasn't he me? It was my ma. Fuck, she hid the bodies in her own. Me gay, wise up.
Yeah.
What he had. So it was like, it's hard. But the sub guys, that was pretty grim.
2024, 2023, sorry, 2023. We're not in 2024 yet. Well, I can't really think of much else happened grim 2023.
Loads of people died. Tina Turner died, mate.
Was that this year?
Yeah. You know what? One who fell under the radar who died in 2022, the very last day, was your boy, Cardinal Ratzinger, Pope Benedict. He died on the 31st.
Your boy.
I'm
a big Nazi enthusiast.
Yeah. No, I mean you're a big
Pope
Catholic
enthusiast.
church guy. I know you're a big mass dude.
I just do that to keep my granny happy.
Yeah, for now. Maybe she may be on our list of people that's going to pop in 2024.
Hopefully not. She nearly popped in 2023, but she's clinging in there.
Nice.
Good girl yourself, Granny Butler.
But you know what's the big thing? I
keep
think
that pacemaker ticking.
In 2023 was the rise of the machines. AI was a big thing. Your guy, do you use a lot of AI?
I kind of have started using a good bit of AI. AI helps me reply to emails. It helps me write Instagram
How
captions.
does it help you reply to emails?
I type into AI, say I've got an email to reply to. I put in the email that was sent to me, and I go, please come up with a reply to this email that mentions that I'm very sorry that I'm not available this date, and I would love to work again in the future. I send that the AI. AI sends me.
How much you pay for AI?
It's free.
What one is?
Free. All of it. Chat GPT, that's free.
How do you get it for free?
Just create an account and that's it. I know. I mean, the fact that you can't even get your head around creating an account for something tells me you won't be using AI that much in the future.
No, but listen, I've said it many times in the podcast. I joked about it, but James Cameron knew it was coming. Terminator, Avatar, he's predicted the future.
But you could use it for this.
You
could use it to write episode descriptions. You could be like, write me an episode description for the SLY Guy podcast. It has Aaron Butler and we talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, fucking 2023, 2024, Liberace.
Do it. Do you have it on your phone?
Well, I can. Yeah, okay.
Let's go. Let's see what it does.
Let's do it right now. Okay, give me a second to load it up. Chat GPT. This is. You've never used this, have you?
No, I'm scared of it, mate.
Why?
Because I know what Skynet do.
Skynet.
I lost a rag whenever Tesco brought in self-service checkouts and.
Write me at many words 50.
Yeah, go for 50.
Write me a 50-word episode description for the SLY Guy podcast.
And you don't have to pay for that every month.
No. With Dave Elliott, and Aaron Butler, were this week
They what's the word? They what not
discuss?
Recount? No, they
recap
2023 and look forward to 2024.
2023
It's freaking me out now.
and look forward to 2024. Now we see how quickly this does this. So there we go. Just type it in. Right now, you ready?
Yeah.
So this is the podcast right here you're listening to. Right? I'm going to ChatGPT. Join Dave Elliott and Aaron Butler on this week's SLY Guy podcast as they take a hilarious and insightful trip down memory lane, recapping the highs and lows of 2023 with wit and charm. They also share their anticipations for the upcoming year, promising an entertaining blend of reflection and humour.
Where's Jeffrey Dahmer, mate?
You didn't say to mention Jeffrey?
Just write Jeffrey Dahmer in there.
Right, hold on.
Just Jeffrey Dahmer after 2024. Just write full stop Jeffrey Dahmer.
Do you want me to just write Jeffrey Dahmer into ChatGPT and see what it does?
Write Jeffrey Dahmer, Osama bin Laden. No, get it. Write a joke about Osama bin Laden, Jeffrey Dahmer. Who's the other one? Liberace.
Right. Now the one
Living
thing is
underwater at the Titanic.
It doesn't do good with jokes, but we'll give
Let's
it a go
find
here.
out.
Write a joke about Jeffrey Dahmer,
Osama bin Laden,
Osama bin Laden,
and Liberace.
How do you spell Liberace?
Liberace.
Okay, that's fine.
And then say
Secretly
living in the wreckage of the Titanic.
in the wreckage of the. Now, what usually happens is it tells you it doesn't do jokes. So let's see what happens. I'm sorry. This is what it tells you. I'm sorry, but I cannot create content that make.
What?
I cannot create content that makes light of sensitive or controversial topics, including individuals involved in crime activities. If you have any other non-controversial requests or topics you'd like to joke about, feel free to ask.
Could you change it from a joke and say, write me a wee story about?
Write me a short
yeah.
story. How many words? 100?
Yeah, about
100 words.
Who thought this was going down here?
Or
on the
less.
recap episode
About Jeffrey Dahmer, bin Laden,
and Liberace. In fact, change bin Laden to Aussie bin Laden. Would you? OZZY bin Laden.
Aussie
Yeah.
bin Laden.
I feel like Aussie bin Laden would be the cookie neighbour that would pop round.
And
A wee bit like a
Liberace
Kramer.
living in the Titanic
Wreckage.
Now again,
A sitcom description.
because of Dahmer, it might not do it. Right, I cannot create content that makes it right. We'll change Jeffrey Dahmer's name to a code name. Jeffrey
No, just write Damier. Damier.
Dimier.
Damier.
Damier.
Monsieur Damier.
Osama.
Well,
Aussie.
Osama bin Laden might be.
Aussie bin Laden.
Yeah.
They might think that's Laden. See, this is tricky now. Osama bin Guy
Yeah.
and Liberace living in the Titanic wreckage together.
A sitcom description.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's
Let's go.
happening.
Okay.
Right, and you just replace names. That's the way they should be. Yeah.
In the surreal remains of the Titanic, Jeffrey Dahmer, Osama bin Laden, and Liberace formed an unlikely trio. Sharing a quirky camaraderie, they turned the shipwreck into an eccentric hideout. Dahmer played piano tunes, bin Laden cracked dark jokes, and Liberace dazzled in extravagant attire. Their bizarre coexistence defied logic, a whimsical escape from the past shadows in the depths of the sea.
Wow.
God bless AI.
Yeah.
That's what we
need
need in our
You
life.
need to teach me how to get. So show me where. Do you download that app just?
No, I just went onto your browser. That's just ChatGPT on the browser. You don't have to get any app or anything. You just have to have an account.
So you can do that. Like, so say for talk's sake, I was struggling to write a wee like pitch for something. That would help.
Oh yeah, you could write like, or say for example, you had the bullet points or an outline of a pitch where
which
you're
would,
like,
of course, yeah.
So you go like, write me, many words. It has to be whatever an A4 page is. Maybe that's 250 words or something. Write me a 250 word A4 page of a sitcom pitch that involves these bullet points, and then you go bop, and then take it away. It does it for you. You take it, bring it back into Word, tweak it a little bit. This is what everyone's doing now.
Yeah.
People are using it for all sorts. I love it. But scary, because here's why. We're all just going to be communicating through AI soon then.
Yeah.
Because you're going to write an email to me in AI, and I'm going to reply to you back in AI, and then AI is going to be... It's all... The machines are taking over,
Because you know what? I sold I only realised now, about 5-6 years ago, a Chinese company got in touch with me and asked if they could like buy several hours of the podcast for a sum of money. And they just obviously want to run it through something, and they're obviously just taking my voice to run through AI.
Ah, wow. Man, yeah. Are they own the likeness to your face? This is what the actors were striking about. The actors were striking in 2023. That was a sad time. Yeah. That was bad crack. You couldn't get out of your TV shows, your favourite movies.
Would you be keen to act a bit more in 2024?
I would. Yeah. Yeah, if there's ever any opportunities, I'll always take them. But I'll also... You know what actors are like, mate?
Well, no,
I know you are one.
I'm a serious actor now.
I know you are. No, I know you are. Yeah, so I don't offend you in any way.
That's
but
okay.
You have to go to auditions. You have to fucking register on a wee website to get you into the auditions. You have to have an agent and all. It's like, mate.
No, you don't have. I have an Asian.
I know. Yeah, I want an Asian agent. All pixelated.
No, not an agent. Just a guy.
Mm.
Does we stuff for me? Does we chores?
But it's a whole. I just want. Ideally, someone sees me and just goes, "Here, I'm already casting something." And you've the look for it, or you've the wee weird personality for it.
What would you? Is there anything out there you'd be like, oh, I'd like to get that? Like realistic, you'd be like, I'd like to be in that.
Locally,
or anywhere. Like you'd be like, I would enjoy to be in that.
I mean, anything.
I could see you being like a guy on a spaceship in June. You know, like it's just like in the ship, one of the guys that works there, and he like.
I'd be happy enough with that in the background.
And he's just doing a wee bit of work on the desk or whatever, and you come in, and you have a wee light banter with him, and he'd be like, "Listen, be careful out there and all."
I like that. Yeah. Or I'm one of the guys in the Avengers movies. It's always just on a keyboard.
Yeah. Would you like to be Ant-Man's mate? Like, I don't know, Earwig
Uncle
or something?
Man.
Oh yeah, Uncle Man. The man from Uncle. Yeah, that was it. He died last year, didn't he? David McCallion or whatever he's called.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. A lot of people died last year.
Jeez.
I mean,
who died in 2023?
Tina Turner.
Olivia Newton-John?
No, she died in 2022, mate.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Chandler, yeah.
Shane McGowan died.
Shane McGowan.
Which is shocking, because I thought he died about 10 years ago. Sinead O'Connor died.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah. So you know who's terrified now?
You?
Daniel O'Donnell.
Oh, right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm listen, mate, I've never felt healthier. Now I'm out the other side of my flu, which I thought was going to kill me.
You did, yeah.
So I wasn't feeling good about that, but we're out the other side. We're feeling good now. Bobby Charlton died, my sort of hair idol. Zach Dingle died. He was a recent one, wasn't he?
Fuck, it hasn't come up here. There's some really obscure celebrities in America that have died.
Tony Bennett died. I'm a big fan of him. He was a great singer.
God bless him, yeah. Although here, lived a good life. He was 96.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's got him.
Berlusconi died, big shagger.
Fucking Pee Wee Herman died.
Oh, there's another. But he was a wanker, wasn't he? He did a lot of wanking.
But look, we've all done that.
Never in a cinema, man.
Yeah, you have.
You know, who else? Paul O'Grady died.
What's the worst movie to wank to in a cinema?
Paw Patrol.
Oppenheimer.
No,
just as the explosion.
No, Oppenheimer would be alright.
Paw Patrol.
You know, like, yeah, I think Paw Patrol would be way worse.
The Trolls movie.
Oh, yeah. Like anything that loads of children would be at, you know.
Super Mario Bros. Parkinson died?
Of Parkinson's, coincidentally.
Did he actually?
No, it's just old age.
No, it's peacefully as an illness. Although he was 88.
Who else did? Paul O'Grady. Mystic Meg. Barry Humphries died. Didn't he? Dame Edna. Jerry Springer died, your mate.
Jerry Springer died?
Yeah.
Fuck it, that's the most depressing day ever. Why are we talking about this?
I know.
Iron Sheik, he's dead.
Did he die this year?
There?
Lisa Marie Presley died.
What do you keep looking at?
I've got all this. The people that died up on the whiteboard. They're all there, mate. All for us to see. Like, who else do you have?
You talk about Dahmer being a weirdo. You've literally, and I'm looking at it right now, you have a board of people that have died.
Yeah.
Why have you got that?
Because
why am I only looking
stuff
at
to
it
talk
now?
about in the pod, mate. It's content.
No, people put topics on the board like weather, government. You literally just have
mate,
a list.
The weather's there. Global warming, mate.
Fucking hottest thing I've ever seen.
The hottest year of all time, mate. It's all there. It's the recap of the year. Hello, 2024. Goodbye, 2023.
I was wondering why you were able to list them so clearly. You just have them there in front of you.
There you go. Spoiler alert for all the. A wee behind. Listen, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'll look behind the candelabra of the SLY GUY podcast.
But yeah, here. So let's predict then.
Yes,
who goes in 2024.
We've got some before. Like you were on before, Glenn was on before, and we got some right. Now again, old people are always the ones we called the Queen. I think a couple of years ago got that right.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start off with one that's a wee bit left field. I would say Bill Clinton's going to die in 2024.
Not bad. Yeah.
I reckon.
Jimmy Carter's definitely dying in 2024.
And who's that? The guy who hosts the Late Late Show?
No, Jimmy Carter's former president. He's
Oh,
the oldest living former president. Where do you see a recent photo of him?
Well, is that not Joe Biden now?
No. Oh. Wait, look. This is a photo taken of him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gone. He looks
alive,
like,
do you say?
He looks
Right
like
now.
one of the guys in the family of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know when they go around the house now, like, yeah, he doesn't look good.
That is.
Oh, he's already dead. You know what? He looks like he's ready to suck a dick though. His mouth's just permanently
So
open.
disrespectful. You know why that happens when
Why?
you get older, as you're like about to die. Like
Uh-huh.
you don't have his control to keep your mouth open.
You know what? I'm going to
the muscles in your mouth.
I'm going to say he might even make 2024. We have 3 days left or whatever. That motherfucker could be gone by the weekend. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. If he sees it through to fucking 2025, shit.
If he sees it for 2025,
right.
we're doing a Patreon where I beat you.
No, you know, you vape my. We'll both get Carter tattoos, right? Deal. If he makes it 2025, we'll both get Jimmy Carter tattoos on our arm, saying "God bless America" with his wee face with his mouth open. Oh dear!
It'll get the December 31st next year, and I'll be in America with a sniper rifle, just like.
No, all you need to do is just have a napkin and stuff it down his throat. Choke.
No, all you need to do is fucking shake his hand. He'll die. The
He doesn't look good. So-
likely celebrities that die in 2024.
You know who my one that I've been saying a while now, and I feel sad to say it? Britney.
You have said
Yeah,
that for
I
a
think
while,
Britney
but
just
here she's
doesn't
still
look-
hanging in there.
But I think she's too vulnerable.
She is a wee bit. Amanda Bynes is one. Oh fuck! There's a website that has celebrity death pool 2024.
You know who I'm going to go for if you're talking about celebrities who are a wee bit risky and younger? And again, my favourite sort of gender bender, Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's a she at the minute,
You're-
but she's big on like on drugs and nearly died a couple of years ago. So I think it could be her, and I'll be sad. She's very talented.
Bruce Willis is a big one. It's not looking good.
He'll
for
be all
Bruce.
right. I saw a video of him recently, and he was fucking spoofing. He was chatting away. I think he's a 2025 goner. Like,
Right. Yeah, he'll die hard.
yeah, he certainly will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Michael J. Fox.
No, he's always clinging on, isn't he?
I like how you describe him as clinging on.
Yeah. Oh, you know who's a good shout? Fucking Michael Schumacher. What about him? He's been a wee bit fucked for a while, hasn't
Schumacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
He'll be
he
making shoes in the heaven soon, sure. The cobbler, as I call him.
Mayhall Cop.
I bet you there's a Mihal cobbler that lives out there.
Oh,
somewhere.
absolutely. He works in the Kennedy Centre doing shoes. the let's see who else we got. Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, he's gonna pop his clogs in there.
Him and Carter.
Yeah.
Bam Margera.
Yeah.
Could be a bad one.
But
Yeah.
he's like a drug guy, isn't he?
That's what I mean. Cosby.
He'll not die.
Yeah.
The body's always
The
lived
thrill of the
longest.
chase keeps him alive.
He's a baddie. And Paul Pot, not the singer off
Britain's
Britain's Got Talent, but the actual Cambodian dictator. He lived till he was really old.
Right.
And he just died. Stalin was pretty old, wasn't he? He just died. But then you see, if you're a dictator, you either live to like a ripe old age and it's really sly and you die in your sleep, or you get absolutely mugged. Like you shoot yourself in the head like Hitler. You get dragged through the streets like Gaddafi. You get hung upside down like fucking Mussolini. Mussolini, that'd be a good porn star, wouldn't it?
Gaddafi duck. That would just
Yeah.
be nice. Just a nice cartoon I would watch.
You get Gaddafi, Colonel Gaddafi dog.
Putin. He should get killed. Like,
You know what?
shouldn't
I'm going to go the flip of that. I'm going to say Zelensky. I'm going to say Putin wants him. I think Putin will get him.
he? Fuck. This is.
But then is Putin?
Is Putin?
I'm hungry. Is
Yeah.
Putin even Putin? Is he still alive? Is he Putin? Is he not Putin? He's putting it about. That's what he's doing.
Kim Jong, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The fucking. He's not healthy
Kim
now.
Jong-un? No.
He's a wee bit of a swollen guy. Like.
Yeah, but that's because he just eats duck every day. And
Just
I
fatty
don't
duck.
mean like in the South African sense. That's Jimmy Carter eating duck flat out. Hey Jimmy, don't eat my duck. Yeah.
Jimmy would give a great BJ at the minute,
Yeah.
wouldn't he? He's just primed for it.
Oh, nobody would be.
No, go ahead.
No.
No, sad.
His mouth would be so dry. You'd have to, those wee like
spray-
lollipops.
Oh.
You put around like people who are about to.
Is there such a thing? You put lollipops around people's mouth when they're about to die?
Yeah, when they're about to die,
Do you?
they can't. It's so gross. There's this wee thing like it's happened to my granny, you know, when she's about to die. They can't produce saliva. Their mouths are all dry, so you have to put these wee lollipops in to like,
What was it, Chubba Chub?
like just like to wet their mouths a bit. So
Just a Halloween lolly turns her
Yes.
shade green.
it's so gross. It's so sly, and I feel disgusting.
Is it tasty?
No, it just makes your mouth wet, I think.
Can we get them and try them?
Probably, yeah.
Hold on, let me look them up.
Like, I don't know what they're called. I don't want to say
Medical
it's
lollies?
cancer lollies, but something like that. It's like it's not good. Oh,
Cancer
yeah.
lollies!
Oh, it's so wrong.
Medical lollies
Oh.
to wet mouth.
Yeah, I
That's-
hope it just comes up. It's literally, you know, when it was
Just a
whistle
photo of
lollies.
Jimmy Carter.
Oh,
Mouth sponges, is that what they're called?
let me see.
Is that them?
Yeah, those top ones. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Oh, they're just a sponge, not a lolly.
Oh, and then you remember your man got Jesus with that?
Those?
Yes, I think so, but it wasn't a sponge.
What do you mean, got Jesus?
Got
with it?
Jesus. Remember, he goes, one of those, Jesus, do you want to eat drink and all? And he goes, oh, and it was vinegar. And he's like, you fucking Jewish bastard.
I
He called him.
I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, that was part of it. And then they, like, because Jesus was up on the cross, and they're like, and he's like, fuck yeah. So sly.
Mouth hydrant. Dentists use them. And obviously they get used for
That people are dying.
people who are dying. Jimmy Carter.
Because that's when you know people are about to go, when they get those whip those lollies out.
Do you know what's good about that
Uh-huh.
then? Jimmy will just think a wee lolly's coming towards his mouth and he'll be like,
Yeah,
and it's
then
just
you
your
do
dick.
it.
Like, open up for the lolly,
Imagine
Jimmy.
getting caught doing that. You'd have to be standing on the arms of his wheelchair and all, with your bags down. There's no way you can say you're doing anything else.
He's so disrespectful.
It's so- but
no,
there's-
not even sounds. Just one leg up on his face, just like this,
Oh no.
just like that.
But there's no way you can say you're doing anything else. Oh, I'm just fixing his collar. You know, why's your bags down? It's so wrong.
I'm just giving him a trim.
Yeah. Mate, I can see your balloon knot. What are you doing? Oh, where'd my bags go? Fuck, Jimmy, do you debag me? You fucking mad cunt. And he's lying there unable to move his arms. Oh, no. Jimmy debagged me. Oh.
That's so disrespectful to the former American
And
president.
like, what's he going to be like? He goes, I was not debagging
He's
him."
not hulking. He can still talk. He's so good. Why did you immediately give him the robot voice?
Because I just thought when people can't move, they speak like that. Oh, dear. Would you take your dick from my face? Oh, no.
Just anybody in a wheelchair, someone with a broken leg.
Yeah.
I broke my leg. They just immediately have to start talking like that.
Hawkins dead, isn't he?
He died years ago.
Oh, good.
What?
He was a
Why
smug
good?
bastard. He was just too smug.
Do you think he did look a wee bit smug
He
in the
did,
chair,
didn't
didn't he? He's the most smuggest disabled looking person ever. Just talking.
Yeah, no, anything anything you did. Who did that? Was it you, Stephen?
Oh,
Yeah. He was a
his whole
smug-
house is on fire.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh fuck, where'd my bags go? Was that you, Stephen? Yeah. Oh, imagine the banter Stephen Hawking and Jimmy Carter were going up to in the home together.
Oh, I'm gonna guess it'd be a
Here,
real hoot.
Right, get ChatGPT up, right?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, and I want you to write Jimmy Carter and Stephen Hawking are in a home together,
Jimmy
getting
Carter
up to high jinks. Write a sitcom pitch.
and Stephen Hawking
Oh.
are right. Write a sitcom pitch. Right,
Call it the Wheel Housewives.
called the way. the
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
fuck
shit! That's the spirit of Hawking coming.
and Carter. The Wheelhouse husbands of Epstein's Island.
They might block that, might they? Because
Good point. Actually, of
Just call it
we'll
of the
call it a
White House.
different island. The Wheelhouse wives, the Wheelhouse husbands,
the White House.
the White House.
So what are you writing? Oh,
Write a sitcom pitch, many words, 200 words.
300.
In
make it no,
less
or
than
200. 200. Yeah,
200
right.
words. 200 words. Called the Wheelhouse Husbands of the White House.
Where Stephen Hawking and Jimmy Carter get up to pranks and mischief in a home for the disabled.
I can't stop sneezing. Right.
Right.
Where Jimmy Carter and Stephen Hawking are getting up to
Hijinks and pranks in a home for the disabled.
hijinks. How do you spell hijinks?
H-I. Yeah, I think it's
Yep.
just H-I-Jinks, yeah.
And pranks and
In a home for the disabled.
funny mischief.
Yeah. And then do a full
in a
stop.
home.
And afterwards say, Who would be a good guest star?
Oh, the first episode guest stars.
Russell Brand. Go.
No, because he might be controversial.
Oh, he might be
who,
alright.
who else is in a wheelchair that we know?
In a wheelchair. Oh. Who else is in a wheelchair?
It's hard to think of like famous people in wheelchairs. Isn't it?
Stick your man in. He's just out of prison.
Christopher Reeve.
No, he's dead. That'd be not funny if he was in it. Go for fucking Oscar Pistorius. He's trying to rehabilitate himself.
Oh, but again, he might be flagged as controversial.
Okay.
Let's go. Who could be a good guest star celebrity? Dolly Parton, fucking
Joel McHale. He's always funny.
Joel McHale. That's the guy. The first episode guest stars Joel McHale. Here we go. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh
no.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it's fucking. Oh my god. It's went to town here. Like.
Oh no.
It just says pitch. 2 dots. Join former President Jimmy Carter and the brilliant Stephen Hawking in this hilarious sitcom set in an unconventional home for the disabled. After their wives, both strong and influential women, embark on a humanitarian mission, Jimmy and Stephen find themselves cohabiting in the White House, transforming it into the ultimate wheelhouse. In the pilot episode, chaos ensues as the two navigate their newfound codependence. I love how that's chaos. Them just trying to get round it, attempting to cook, clean, and manage the household with their unique perspectives. Surprise comes from in the form of celebrity guest Joel McHale, who plays a witty and mischievous friend dropping by for a surprise visit. The trio engages in pranks, intellectual banter, and unexpected shenanigans to keep the audience laughing. The Wheelhouse husbands of the White House blends heartwarming moments with outrageous comedy, showcasing the resilience, humour, and camaraderie that can thrive in unexpected circumstances. Get ready for a roller coaster ride of laughter as these unlikely housemates redefine what it means to make a home out of the most iconic house in the nation.
Last one. Delete it. And just say, write a pitch. Jimmy Carter and Stephen Hawking form a sexual relationship.
It'll never do this, but let's give it a go.
Just try. I want to see what
Stephen
happens.
Hawking. Okay, write a pitch for Jimmy Carter and Stephen Hawking in the style of
The Notebook.
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh no.
Brokeback Mountain as two unlikely
Housemates in a disabled home.
lovers who can't help their desire for each other no matter how much they fight it.
Oh no.
How much they fight it. And then I'll write 100 words or less.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, it's not doing it.
Why?
Because it goes, that might be offensive.
Um,
But fucking the wheel husbands of fucking the White House
just
is
go,
a perfectly
write a pitch about Jimmy Carter and Stephen Hawking becoming lovers in the style of
Write a pitch about Jimmy Carter and Stephen Hawking
in the style of Seinfeld.
becoming
Please.
lovers in the style of Seinfeld
Oh dear.
sitcom 100 words or less. Oh, ChatGPT is great.
I'm gonna have to have a go at this when I go home.
Oh, has it blocked me? Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're back in here.
Oh no.
In the zany world of Carter and Hawking,
That's tremendous.
former President Jimmy Carter and physicist Stephen Hawking navigate life's absurdities while discovering an unexpected bond when their paths cross at a quirky charity event. A bromance blossoms. From quirky White House escapades to debating cosmic theories at dinner, their misadventures mirror the hilarious minute of Seinfeld's New York. With quirky friends, misunderstandings and comedic debates, Carter and Hawking hilariously explores love, laughter, and unlikely friendships. It's always an unlikely friendship.
Yeah.
The most unconventional parents. It's a sitcom about life, love, and relativity, where even the most unexpected bombs becomes the stuff of sitcom legends. I mean, ChatGPT just talks shite, doesn't it?
It does talk shite. But see, even reading that and listening to it back, it sounds like the sort of stuff you'd want for a pitch.
Oh,
You know, it's bullshit.
I tell you what, BBC and I would fucking eat that up today.
I mean, imagine we went to BBC and I.
We should
Listen.
we should just do an undercover camera thing where we create a pitch for ChatGPT and just get you to pitch it to them.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking great.
That's an idea I've had actually about we will see any pitches, but that's a great example.
Oh yeah, you fucking yeah. There you go. Coming in 2024, Carter and Hawking.
Oh, Carter and Hawking. You know what the good news is? If your predictions are right and Carter dies, him and Hawking might meet each other wherever they
in
may
the
be.
in the big White House in the sky.
Yeah.
And it'll be an unconventional meeting between unlikely friends.
Yeah, it starts off as a bromance and ends up fully. But that's the thing. See, whenever Hawking dies,
Yeah.
what Hawking is
Died.
he? Is he like he is?
Is
dead,
is
yes, right?
he is he back to his
Is
legs
he walking
Hawking?
Hawking or is he like
Walking Hawking?
is he sitting Hawking? You know, you don't know. That reminds me of the great.
Does he use the robot voice or does he use his own?
I
voice
reckon he'd
maybe?
probably use the robot voice. He's more
So
famous
used
for
to
that,
it
wasn't
now?
I mean, he would have both. He would have like one of those wee things that he could do both. If
Like
he wants.
Kane in WWE
Yeah.
back in the
He
90s.
could do that. But then, you know, did you ever remember the joke with you back in the day? It was quite funny. What's the opposite of Christopher Reeve?
Christopher
Walken. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yep.
But that just shows you, doesn't it?
Just shows you what.
You could be Superman, you can still end up in a chair.
That's true. Yeah. I wasn't really aware when that happened because I was like 5 years old at the time.
That'd be a
whatever.
good Dr. Zeus book, wouldn't it?
Just-
Aware of the chair.
The fucking
It's just all the people you don't know are in wheelchairs.
Christopher the Cripple.
Oh wow, Benoit.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. I mean, well, not R.I.P. Rest
just-
in hell. R.I.H.
Yeah, I
No one
don't
ever
know.
says that, dude.
RHI. Fucking no
That's a
problem
scandal.
like that. Boom.
They didn't burn him.
Yeah, boom. That was good.
Thank you. But yeah, 2023. Yeah.
So who are we going for then? Who are deaf people? Clinton, Carter.
I mean, Carter's nailed on. If Carter survives 2024,
We're getting tattoos.
We're getting tattoos.
God
And
bless America, Jimmy Carter like this, but like, you know the thing with loads of sausages in the mouth? Just have him, but like loads of hot dogs coming out of his mouth, and just God bless America. And in fact, you know, we should get just the Chair Bears. We should get tattooed.
Yeah.
Except it's a Care Bear's body with Stephen Hawking's smug face. I'll get Hawking in the chair bear as a chair bear, and you get Carter as a chair bear.
Sure, That's what the sitcom should have been called.
The Chair Bears. Oh dear.
Oh
dear.
What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Ah well, good times, eh?
Yeah. So what do you reckon is going to happen in 2024? We've gone for the deaths. Clinton, Carter. We're going Britney. Anybody else you think is going to? Dick Van Dyke.
Andrew Ryan, he's gone.
Oh wow.
Is his
That'd
last
be
year.
so shit if one of the comedians died.
I mean,
hate
you
it.
say that, but you know, statistically, you know, one of us has to die at one point.
Yeah, but not in 2024, mate. Imagine I
Could
died
be.
before Jimmy Carter.
Oh, if you die before Jimmy Carter, that's at any age.
Yeah.
Like he is the next person to die
Yeah.
in the universe. Surely.
See, that's the thing, though, isn't it? Now that there's so many like doctors and computer scientists and AI people out there just plugging shit into him. You know what he's like? He's like a new iPhone. Jimmy Carter's essentially just a piece of equipment now.
Yeah, he's just all rigged up and
He's
stuff.
just, you know what he looks like?
He's
A
a wee-
dentist, sure.
Nah, he's a wee BJ machine.
He is just a wee bit. Imagine. Fucking hell. Imagine that's what you become. President of the United States. What are you now? I'm a BJ
And
machine.
Dave Elliott's Cherber.
Yeah, what do? They just shove a sherbet in my mouth so I'm dribbling and then they push me back and forward. Oh, that's horrible.
Who do you think's president in 2024? I would have said weeks ago Donald was a shoo-in. Not no more.
Nah.
2 states have blocked him from the ballot. And do you know why they block him? And by the way, it'll probably continue to happen. And it's actually very smart, but also very sly on him because he obviously claimed that he won the second
of course,
election.
which he did, yeah.
So they're then saying to him, well, if you claim you won it, a president can only win an election twice.
Yeah.
So you can't win a third time. So for him to run now,
Yeah.
he has to basically admit, oh, I didn't win it. But if he admits he didn't win it, then that's him admitting to guilt for the insurrection and inciting the riots on January 6th.
Yeah, but you know what? I think they're out to get him.
Well, why would that be? You
know
say that like they're doing it unnecessarily, like they're
No,
being
but I also think, right, I think Trump should never have been president in the first place. He's too much.
No.
It's ridiculous that
Trump
he was.
should have been America's lesson
Yeah.
that you need to reform the government in some way.
That's the point I'm making, is that
Yeah.
the government, the people who are running it are all stinking anyway. Like, you don't become the
Too
president
old.
without being, like, and Biden's a fucking moron. anyway.
If they set an age for retirement, that should also be the age that you're not allowed to be in government anymore.
Yeah,
is what I think.
But also, if you can't drive, you shouldn't be the president.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, and if you
can't keep your mouth closed,
if you're a BJ machine, you shouldn't be running the free world.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But then a bit of me goes, I kind of like some of the I just think Biden's just a weak guy. All the stuff going on, the war stressed me out, man. You know they do.
The war stressed
me out. I
just think we're going to get drafted in.
No, we're too old now anyway, which is good. So we're like over 35, too old to be.
I've still got a few months in me.
Yeah, once Carter dies,
I'm drafted in.
But I think I just think we interfere in so many things, and people are all like, "Oh, but these people are awful. In the Middle East, they're all wankers and all." But you're like, yeah, but you would be a bit pissed off if people are just flying drones, just wiping out your village and all. You'd have animosity, like. I just think we need to. Everyone, hey, call me an idealist here. Just maybe stop killing people.
Yeah.
On all sides, kids, stop killing kids.
Just enjoy life. You know what I mean? Just enjoy.
Yeah, like if you're going to kill them, at least do it in a more discreet way. Poison them like Russia.
Exactly.
Do you know?
Be low key about it. Don't be in your face about it.
Yeah.
And also, see if people do. People are probably going to think I'm a cunt for saying this. I'm sick of going onto social media and seeing people's stories where they're just constantly posting, here's the dead babies of Palestine. I'm like, right, I get it the first time. Don't continue to post it.
It's also, this is the thing, right? Stuff's grim.
We know.
But there's a reason that you don't want to see stuff. Because I see a dead child, that makes me sad all day.
Yeah.
And yes, I know, but with all due respect, what's posting it on your social media with 100 followers going to do to change it?
Yeah.
You know what I think you do? You go out to the Middle East and you fire through the border.
Oh, why?
You go into Gaza and you do
if you're that passionate about it, what are you doing?
Go for it.
Instead of fucking so.
But yeah, I just always post. It's like, come on.
It's just a bit much.
It's
I don't mind a wee bit of it.
Yeah,
but it's a bit much.
But also, I think the grand scheme of things, it's a lot of fake caring. Do you know what I mean? People are doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. Oh, I don't like seeing people killed.
Yeah.
But also stop posting it. Do you know what I mean?
2023 is a sad year for the Korean pop band BTS.
Why did they have a wee hiatus, did they?
So where they're from, you have to do mandatory military service.
Yes. And Park did that from Spurs.
So they just started theirs. So they'll not be back till 2025.
I tell you what though, if ever there was a group who could merge into one unit, like some sort of fucking Transformer or Power Rangers, it's BTS. They are the most fluid unit. They're better in diversity, the band.
Unbelievable.
Like they just turn into one. They're one motion. But when you want to house your day, oh tell me, oh yeah. But then it's like, is it 17?
We should do a cover band for them just while they're away out. Just me and you.
Yeah.
Next Stars in Their Eyes.
Oh,
the BTS tribute act.
Yeah. You know what? If we went and we learnt all the exact words in Korean.
Oh yeah.
Because that was a very good stab at it I did there.
Yeah.
And we did all the choreographed dancing.
But they don't even sing loads of songs in Korean.
Yeah, but they merge. It's Korenglish. They do a bit of both. Like if we had learnt that, we still wouldn't win.
No.
You know why? Rigged. It's like US elections, mate.
We can't speak on it right now because it's in the courts.
Yeah, but you know what? Shane asked me what my view on it was. I was like, listen, all I'll say is I know how Mick Conlon felt about the judges in the Olympics. That's all I'm going to say.
I'd love it if you came out like a Mick Conlon style speech.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, it's rigged. I didn't know. Do you know what BTS stood for?
Behind the scenes.
Oh, no, but I mean the band name. It's not behind the scenes.
Big titty suckers.
Not far off. Bang Tan Sounding Dong.
Obviously.
Well, I definitely fucked that last word up, but Bang Tan is the first two letters.
Yeah, but they're not like the Bangtan Boys or something.
But
something like that, doesn't it?
It translates in English to Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Well, we'll find out whether they are or not
when we shoot them with our guns.
When they're on their war.
Oh, fuck right enough, aye.
You know what they should do for banter? Just for
dance
the crack,
on the trench.
Just send them to North Korea. Send BTS to North Korea.
Imagine
right. ChatGPT. BTS go to North Korea to try to win over Kim Jong-un and unite the Koreans. Right.
Right, hold on.
That's the film. Film pitch.
BTS
are on conscriptive service, is it? Or national service.
Are on military service.
Yep. And are sent across the border, like covertly across the border
to North Korea
to win over Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un.
And Unite Korea.
But it's a buddy comedy movie.
With Stephen Hawking and Jimmy Carter.
With Stephen Hawking. with cameo appearances.
Stephen Hawking, Jimmy Carter, and someone else.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, he's probably in one soon enough anyway, isn't he? If
I think I seen a video of him one the other day. He is in one.
Yeah.
And Michael J. Fox. Many words, 100?
200.
200
It's a film pitch.
words or less. I just love when it starts creating it and you just read it and go, how the fuck did we get to this?
I mean, what's fun, right, about this is I never thought this was going to end up happening on the podcast today.
No, but it's been a fun time.
It has.
Title of the movie, Beyond Borders. In Beyond Borders...
that sounds like something in Ice Cream would fund here.
It sounds like the fucking sequel to Blue Lights. In Beyond Borders, the global sensation BTS find themselves on an unexpected mission in military service and a diplomatic journey to North Korea. As they cross the border, their camaraderie... it's always camaraderie.
Always camaraderie.
Their camaraderie transforms this unusual situation into a heartwarming and hilarious buddy comedy. BTS, armed with their music and infectious charm, attempt to win over Kim Jong-un, aiming to bridge the cultural gap and unite Korea through the universal language of music. Along the way, they encounter surprising allies, including cameo appearances by Stephen Hawking, Jimmy Carter, and Michael J. Fox. Stephen Hawking offers scientific wisdom, Jimmy Carter provides diplomatic advice, and Michael J. Fox injects humor and encouragement. Together, this electric team navigates cultural differences.
The electric
team? What's that word?
Where? Eclectic?
Eclectic.
I think you said electric, like they're electric wheelchairs. I was like, fucking go ahead.
Navigates culture, creating moments of laughter, understanding, and unexpected friendship. It's always unexpected.
Always
friendship.
unexpected.
Beyond Borders delivers a unique blend of comedy, diplomacy. Why is it all about diplomacy as well?
It's diplomacy,
diplomacy, and music, showcasing the power of unity and ability of unexpected friendships to transcend
Always
even
unexpected.
more.
Who expected these friendships?
I mean, we are. I think the theme.
Last one.
Right.
I
just
Patrick Keelty.
Right. Patrick Keelty
is on one side of the wall, a peace wall.
Is on one side of the Northern Ireland peace wall.
Yeah, Tim McGarry's on the other side.
Tim McGarry
Yeah.
is on the other.
And they discover a glory hole in the wall.
This is never gonna.
Yeah.
And they discover we'll not call it glory hole, a special hole.
A waist height hole, a man's,
a special waist height hole in the wall.
Yeah. And just right. And Stephen Hawking is a troll that lives under the bridge.
Hawking is a troll
who grants wishes.
Under
a bridge.
Under a bridge.
With the aim of finding common ground between nationalist and unionist communities. So it's not about uniting Ireland or staying part of the union.
And unionist communities. National. I spelled nationalist. Nationalist and unionist communities. Yeah.
Also, right. Jimmy Carter has his penis removed. Just write that and see what happens.
Jimmy Carter
has his penis removed.
I can't write has his penis removed. I'll not.
Yeah, but that's just scientific.
Jimmy Carter
nothing sexual.
Has no penis. I'll just write that.
Yes. Now let's see what happens.
Hold on. 100. Did I spell Keelty right? Probably not.
God, but you can read whoever it is.
Jimmy Carter has no penis. 100 film pitch. 200 words or less.
Yes, and this is the last one.
Or less. Don't use the phrases camaraderie
or unlikely friendship.
Don't use the phrases unlikely friendships.
Or camaraderie.
How you spell camaraderie?
CAM.
ER.
AD. ERIE. Camaraderie.
Don't use friendship, camaraderie, or diplomacy. Likes to throw that in for some reason.
What we're looking forward to in 2023.
Diplomacy. Oh. Yep. Here we go.
Right.
Right.
It's going.
Yep.
Hold on, I need to get my questions up and then we'll wrap her up.
So this film title is called Bridging Desires.
Oh, why?
You like this?
Yes, I do.
In Bridging Desires, Patrick Keatley and Tim McGarry, living on opposite sides of the Northern Ireland Peace Pole, stumble upon a waist-high hole in the barrier. To their surprise, they find Stephen Hawking not as a physicist, but as a whimsical troll granting wishes beneath the bridge. As Keatley and McGarry navigate their newfound discovery, Hawking challenges them to wish for common ground rather than their personal gain. The wish leads to unexpected, often comedic scenarios that bring laughter and understanding to their divided communities. Meanwhile, Jimmy Carter, with a unique twist in this tale, becomes an unwitting source of inspiration despite his unusual predicament. He doesn't have a penis. His wisdom and charisma guide the characters toward sharing and understanding, all navigating the complex of Irish history and identity.
They're always navigating, aren't they?
Bridging Desires is a heartfelt comedy that explores the power of imagination and shared dreams and bringing people together, proving that sometimes the most unusual circumstances, the need to expect connections. My favourite part of this whole thing is that because I've wrote Jimmy Carter has no penis, they've just labelled that as an unusual predicament. Imagine going up to your mate and being like, I've had a bit of an unusual predicament. You're like, well, were you late for work or whatever? You're like, no, I've no dick.
Please don't tell anyone this, but I'm in a bit of a fucking pickle. What is it? I woke up with no dick.
You're like, can you phrase that differently? Yes, it's an unusual predicament.
That's very funny. Right, right, so
good times.
What's coming in 2024 for the Buttman?
Not Jimmy Carter anyway.
No, what's coming this year? What, any plans or any things, any unusual predicaments coming your way? Or
you know, this year was a big year, so it's kind of, I'm not going to top this year, like I know that, but I don't know what, like, I'm sort of at a crossroads where I'm like, what the fuck did I do comedy wise? Like, I've did the special, I've did an hour, I've did a fucking solo show, like I've did support all over the show. Like, what do I want to do next? Do I want to do more MC work? Do I want to get more gigs in England? Like, I don't know.
You know what I think you do? You get together with me, we make Bridging the Divide.
We get all these pitches together.
You know what? I reckon we could definitely get Tim involved in a taster.
I think
just him looking through the hole. This is an unusual predicament. And you're like, yeah. And then you have to play Stephen Hawking in a wee chair and all.
Smug.
Yeah.
It is an unusual predicament.
Right, you don't want to do the voice in case you get cancelled.
I do. I love doing the Hawking voice.
You're acting him, but I do his voice.
All right.
So, like, I'm just dressed in a morph suit behind you, pushing you around.
You don't need to be in a morph
but
suit.
For the pitch, we do.
Right, okay. But here's the thing, I only have one face.
Yeah, so we will you up and go, I am a troll. I live under the bridge. I am Hawking. And you're all painted purple and all, with the wee dick bit of hair that the genies always have.
I was wondering why I was purple. I was like, what?
You're a genie, mate. It's fucking the wee stupid.
No, he's not a genie, he's a troll. No,
same thing.
He's a
he's a wee whimsical troll. Right, for your question, Dean says it's good to have you back, Dave. Congrats on a fantastic year for you and the Buttman. What are your predictions for 2024? Scandals, world events, new pedos and stuff like that.
So hold on, say that again. What's happening with new pedos?
Yeah, so like scandals,
who's going to be new pedos?
World events, new pedos.
God,
because there's one big one that people are talking about a lot as a pedo. That's like basically going when he dies.
The thing is, you kind of don't want to say anyone because you could be held liable. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm not saying anything.
Don't get me wrong. We could sit here all day and go, I think that guy's a pedo, but it wouldn't be great. Is there? I mean,
Jimmy Savile now. He's someone that you'd look at and go pedo. And when you find out, you're like, oh, what, that guy? It looks like that's a pedo.
Surprise, surprise, Civil Black.
Oh,
she's not a pedo. No, but surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She's
I mean, who
too.
knows? Oh, she is R.I.P. Miss. For some reason, my TikTok. R.I.P. Miss. That's what it says. For some reason, I keep getting videos on my TikTok of Cilla Black singing. I didn't know she sang so much.
Surprise.
No, I mean like actual songs. Did you know Cilla sung like covers of everything?
Like, did she
and
do
did
Eye of
music
the Tiger?
videos? Yeah, I had and I'm like watching this going, why? Why? But that only in British TV could that happen.
But that's great though.
Good for her.
And yeah, I wish she was back. If I could bring her back, I would. Declan says, good to have you back, Dave. Question for you and the Buttman. What were your highlights and lowlights over the Christmas period? Did any slyness happen? Well, my lowlights was being sick. That was fucking shit.
Highlights and lowlights over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
Highlights is getting time off to just fucking relax and not have to be under any pressure for work and things like that.
Did you feel like you benefited from a wee bit of time off? Did you enjoy it?
John, though I made a rookie mistake. I booked too many gigs in over
Yeah.
the Christmas period. I've literally, so I'm gigging again tonight. I've gigged.
Where are you tonight? Where are you tonight?
I've just agreed to do support for Mr. Geddes at the Limelight.
Nice.
So I'm doing that, which will be fun. Like, I like that room and stuff. But then yesterday I was in Magerfeld. The day before I was with you in Newcastle. I'm in West Belfast tomorrow night at the Glen Owen.
Who's on tour now and going on?
Paddy McDonald and Tommy McCarthy. So doing that. And
Is it the Glen Owen Comedy Club or is it?
It
Paddy
is the
doing a
Glen
show?
Owen Comedy Club. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm MCing. So it's one of those ones where I've went, I agreed to too much here,
Yes.
and I regret agreeing to it. But look,
Yeah.
it's one of those things you never like the
So I'm
same.
off tonight and I'm buzzing about it because I was in Newcastle and I'm more on point.
You don't like to
Long.
seem ungrateful or like, oh, because fucking we love the gig and stuff, but it's like there is a wee bit where you're like, I wish I had a wee bit of a more of a break at Christmas time. But there doesn't seem to be much happening in January, so hopefully
A lot of people are quiet.
quiet. January. Do you know what I kind of wish? This is where I wish every podcast would take January off.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I took 2 weeks off of being sick there, so
But I mean, like, if we all just agreed, like, let's no one put out a podcast in January, and we all just have that.
then
extra
you know
time.
some people be like, no one else put the podcast out, let's put ours out.
I know.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna like bank podcasts.
Well, that's a good way to do
January
it as
and then
well.
Fucking.
Yeah, just because we do that many of these, you know. But
Yeah.
anyway, we love it.
But this is a fun episode. This is a bit different. This
Oh
episode.
yeah, the Chat GPT
We had a
episode.
good time. Philippa wants to know a few things actually. Glad you're feeling better, Dave. How did your New Year's resolutions go last year? And are you making any this year? Yeah, as I think I said earlier, I did 2 out of 12. Achieved 2. So some of those goals are rolling over. Some of them are being maybe stripped back a bit and made a wee bit more. Like the only 2 that I achieved were to have my own show on radio, which you were on with me.
Yes.
And then the other was to play the Wall Garden. That was at the start of the year before that was even an idea.
There
That
you
was
go.
somewhere I wanted to do. So
There you go.
But other things then, there's a couple of things like get 3 acting jobs and I got 2. You know, 3 things I got. It's like maybe strip that back a bit, but read 12 books a year. Read 1. So
And you're going to read another
I'm
one
going
this
to
year.
read 12 books this year, so it's carrying over.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have any? Do you set any goals or any targets, or do you just kind of make them as you go along?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to do the Belfast Marathon this year. I say, and this is the first time I'm saying it publicly, so it's, I'm starting to training for it this week coming, so we'll see how that goes.
Are you going to try and do it without coming as well?
No, I'm going to come the whole way through the race.
Nice.
I'm just
Do you have some sort of contraption to?
just Jimmy Carter's mouth. Just on my phone as I'm running.
Oh no!
I'm just looking at it. It's just spurring me on. Doing it for Jimmy.
You know why you get those wee outfits and make it look like you're on people's shoulders?
The
Imagine
one
you
that
got one
makes
bit
it
with
look
Jimmy
like-
Carter sucking as your dick.
Or do you ever see like when people have those wee machines with the head, like box
Yeah.
or something like that? I have one of those on my legs for running. It's
Nobody
just
else
Jimmy
knows
Carter.
it's Jimmy Carter apart from you and me. Oh man. Philip is coming in hard here. Speaking of coming in hard,
Yeah, she is.
and she's got another question saying, also, what's the biggest animal you could beat in a fight? Not to the death, but you could pin in a pre-arranged brawl. Everyone took the piss out of me for saying a wolf or a black bear, but they underestimate me. I'm a menopausal woman and could take on most animals.
So let's see. So what's the biggest animal we could beat?
The pin,
The pin.
like you used to pin them down for. the
That's
3 count.
hard, like, because some animals are strong.
It's like Vinny's a big boy.
I would pin Vinny down.
Yeah, but he's wiggly and all. He would fucking.
He's wiggly and all.
And
He's
he's
hyper.
quite strong, so
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
hard to do. But again, I would just lie on top of him, stroke him a bit, and he'd lie there.
Yeah.
I was thinking a cow, but they're wiggly big bastards because I just thought I'd just boot their legs.
No, cows
Kill
are
them.
fucking hefty. Like,
Like, have you ever seen like a bull hit somebody? How weird it looks. They just bump them, yet the whole person flies up in the air. It's
yeah. What's like an animal that's fucking
a bird. Could you do a big bird, like a big fucking peacock or
Ostrich?
something? Or not? No, an ostrich would be their head with battery and all, wouldn't you?
I thought they're
don't
weak,
think I could
weak
do it.
legs, but
Like, you couldn't do a bear. You couldn't do a bear. You couldn't do
couldn't do a bear. Couldn't do a lion.
a lion.
Couldn't do a
no.
tiger. Crocodile?
No.
No.
You could hold their mouth shut, but their bodies wiggle and all that shite.
Yeah.
I reckon a tuna fish. Get a big tuna fish out of the water lie on it. They're big.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be you need to think sensibly about killing, like pinning an animal. You need to get them out of their terrain and do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever
So
seen
we
it?
put lions in the water and we pin them in there.
No, because then they probably be bastards to be able to swim and all, and probably fucking really fuck you up in there.
Fucking Simba.
But do you reckon? Maybe a big basking shark would still wiggle.
What about a deer?
Yeah, I think a deer's pretty big. Yeah, you could probably
Deer's
get a
big.
Deer.
Maybe pin a deer down.
What about a wee piglet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know it's a scary animal and it's not even that big, but I seen one in Africa. A warthog.
They are freaks because they're quite muscular too, aren't they?
Oh, but here's the thing. One was going to fucking go for me, like, and I proper freaked out.
Yeah.
It like did the noise where it breathes and where it's like, you're like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
But like, will you see this? Like, look at the size of a bear's paw. Of a man holding a bear's paw.
Whoa.
Like, bears are fucking. Like, imagine one big strike with that. Like, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
no, a bird's killing you.
Yeah.
It's not even. There's no world where a human can beat a bear. Like
Apart from that film, not The Departed, the
Grizzly Man.
one where, what did your man have? Well, Grizzly Man didn't end up too well.
No.
The one where DiCaprio was fighting the bear.
Oh, Reverend.
The Revenant. Yeah,
Revenant.
that's the one. It was pretty
Never seen it.
pretty spooky. Yeah.
Never seen it. But yeah, I don't know. Do the marathon. That's my goal.
Yeah. Do you have any comedy goals, or are you just seeing how it goes?
Just write more. I would.
Yeah.
Do you know what? A very simple comedy goal I would like to try achieve is write and practice one new bit of material every week. I
Yeah.
think that would be lovely for me to do. If I could even just force myself to be like, right, I don't care if it's shite, I'm doing it.
Well, that's a good way to be.
Just because I want to. I always worry that because we're in Northern Ireland, we're in such a small scene that I don't like the idea of people saying the same shit over and over and over again. And look, I'm fucking. I'm one to talk. Like, I do repeat jokes from time to time, but it is what it is. You know, it's not like we're in the New York comedy scene where they can go do 13 gigs in one night and fucking then practice a bit of material. Like,
But also,
we
they
just
do
don't
the
have
same
luxury.
bits for fucking.
I know
years
they
and
are
years.
notorious for it. But yeah, so that would be something I'd like to just do. Just write more and get better.
Paul says, Uncle Dave, I thought you passed away and have been singing with the Angels.
No.
Some people thought that too at one point.
No.
Do you believe in New Year's resolutions, and what are yours for 2024? Good to see you back at it. Not really resolutions. I believe in goals, but I also believe that people, rather than setting the route, or rather than setting the end goal, have a route to get to it, make it achievable, put the plans in place to reach the goals, rather than just saying, I want to do this. Naomi says, get all sorts of treats from Santa's sack, and they sent something inside a Christmas-themed sex hotel with rentable vibrators and questionable noises. I mean, that's like the sort of place you would like to go. However, over in Japan, there's a hotel that never lets go of Christmas. The Hotel Plan Chapel Christmas Hotel. Why do Japanese people just use so many words? The Hotel Plan Chapel Christmas
I like that.
Hotel. It's basically a sex hotel with Santa and an emptying of sacks.
White Christmas, eh?
Yeah. Inside the rooms, the decor is bright and bold, with red and green bedding, leather sofas and red walls, garlands adorning the ceilings to add to the winter festive feel. Mrs. Claus has her tits out. Yeah. Nice. So what's your question there, Naomi? Get all sorts. There's no question. Just.
Oh,
By the way, yeah, Santa has a sex hotel. Yeah.
Too right, he does. As he should. Mrs. Claus ain't doing it these days.
Yeah. So there we have it. So is there anything you want to plug at the minute, or are you just chilling in your year? Are you dating or anything? Do you want to put a shout out for that?
No, just, you know what? Just going with the flow.
Do you get it? Remember last time you did a shout out for tits in your DMs? Send them some more then.
I don't think you did that. I
Yeah,
think.
he wants
Wasn't-
that.
No.
DMs, titties for 2024.
Only male titties though. I want to see. I want to see some big hairy fellas. Tits.
I want to see if if guys can try to get photos of you, like photos of you guys trying to get sucked off by Jimmy Carter. That's what I want to see.
If anyone has photos of Jimmy Carter sucking them off, send it to us and we'll review it on Patreon.
Yeah, we'll send it to Blue Peter.
Who is a gay guy we know.
Listen, pleasure to have you guys.
Always good.
It's the New Year episode.
What a way to start the
We
year.
wish you well into 2024. Hopefully all your dreams come true. Hopefully the world doesn't end. And listen, hopefully you and I get to go on an unexpected journey of camaraderie.
Epstein's
and
Island.
fun in 2024. Guys, Happy New Year. I love yous.
Okay.
I'm the SLY Guy.